Alright, we got Contrarian's Codex on Grand Cathay versus Rider of Reaper's Mark on the Dark Elves. I don't cast a lot of Cathay. I generally, personally don't find them interesting. But I do need to remember that some people find them interesting, so I should cast them every once in a while. And not let my personal bias get in the way.
These enemies are marked for death.
Alright.
Let us execute the will of the immortal Emperor himself.
I despise that I can't get them to shut up from those speeches. I really want to pause and just let him talk his dumb shit, and then I can get on with casting it, because I really don't want to talk over him. But here we are. For the Dark Elves, we have 3 Reaper Bolt Throwers, Bleak Swords, Witch Elves, including the Sister Singing Doom, 2 Dark Shores, a Bloodrack Medusa, Cold One Knights, and Dark Riders? No Dark Riders. We do have a Supreme Sorceress of Beasts on Manticore Summon with just Flock of Doom. Cool. For the other side, we have 2 Crane Gunners of Grand Cathay, double Sky Junk, and then a Jade Warrior and Jade Warrior Halberd mixed frontline, 2 Iron Hail Gunners, Peasant Longspears in the back, and Peasant Horsemen in the further back, with Yen Bo in the front with just his net for a spell. Just net, but then he does have his Execute as an ability. So far, the Crane Gunners and the Sky Junks doing good work on the Reaper Bolt Throwers. Already got one of them pushed off. Now the Crane Gunners are busy dealing with the other one. Reaper Bolt Throwers should have a longer range than the Crane Gunners. Yes, they needed to back up and stay out of that range. It looks like they're trying to do so now, trying to run away. And they're trading back onto the Crane Gunners. Though Crane Gunners, Gisele's, what's the Empire one? Why am I forgetting? Hochland Long Rifles. They are very counter-artillery. There are not a lot of artillery in the game that can outshoot them once they get in range. So, that's going to be tough. 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers, mostly offline. 1 is still firing away, though it's doing minimal damage here to the Crane Gunners. Eye of the Dragon. Huh. Okay. Anyway, Witch Elves and Sister Singing Doom getting up into range here. It looks like an Overcast Net is coming in to try and lock the Sisters and the Supreme Sorceress in place. That is a nice job. Now the Iron Hill Gunners are going to try and light her up. Now Manticores have always been pretty good at resisting ground-to-air fire, as their animations tend to get them to safety, as this one actually pushes itself out of the net with its animations, but then walks back into the net to get shot some more. Still, surviving an awful lot of damage while netted is going to get away now. Took a lot of damage, but we'll live. Iron Hail Gunners getting accidentally onto the front line. They were just trying to shoot that lady while she was netted. Crane Gunners also still harassing her, and Yembo does have his assassination for if she ever comes back close to the front line. Now Dark Shards have gotten back in range, and they are trying to shoot the Iron Hill Gunners rather than the Crane Gunners, maybe just relying on melee to take out the Crane Gunners in a bit, because they are super weak to melee. And how did this Bleak Sword get behind the Cathay lines? I don't know, but it is now charging the Peasant Longspears from the back. And this is where it gets dicey for Grand Cathay. When you have such a shooting-heavy faction, the start of the game goes super well for you, but after the melee collides, you really need to just be far enough ahead that it doesn't matter, as this Bolt Thrower crew is still harassing the Crane Gunners. Cold One Knights got into the back and are doing some good stuff, but Yembo is running straight towards Supreme Sorceress. I think he's going to execute her, because she is so low that she has to be easily executable. Give me the point and click. Nope. Yep, she's dead. Dark Elves lose their Lord and their Caster, which is a double whammy, but also their leadership is about to tank, and there is a flying, spooky, scary Dragon Lord over them, so I could see some Terror Outs coming in soon if he gets involved in melee combat. But elsewhere, the Dark Elves are doing very well. They've killed a lot of the ground-based ranged units. Sister Singing Doom are killing a lot of infantry. Everything's going pretty well, as some Dark Shards have gotten into range to harass the Sky Junks, and one of the Bolt Thrower crews actually got back online, so we have 2 Bolt Throwers firing now at the Sky Junks, trying to damage them. Sky Junks are extremely tanky, though. They have more HP than you would suspect for a flying balloon thing. Yenbo is trying to help his Jade Warrior Halberds fight against the Bloodrack Medusa. It is a crazy snake model versus a crazy snake model. But Yembo should be able to win that. Still have some Peasant Horsemen, still have some Peasant Long Spears, and this Jade Warrior Halberd, though that Jade Warrior Halberd is not long for this world, and of course Yembo. For the Dark Elves, I mean, they don't have a Lord anymore, but they do have one healthy Bolt Thrower. Ah, that is huge, actually. While Yembo sniping out the Bloodwrack Medusa, Peasant Horseman breaks away from the frontline fight to just go shut down these Bolt Throwers once and for all, and try and keep his Skyjunks safe. Dark Shards are dealing with the Skyjunks now, but at least Skyjunks can fire back a little bit, which they should be doing. But the Bolt Throwers outrange them, and the spread shot is really bad for them, so love it. Peasant Horseman going to sweep up a second Bolt Thrower crew as a different Peasant Horseman gets the third one. That is a big play from Grand Cathay. Nice job. Well done, sir. The Bloodwrack Medusa is eventually pushed off by Yembo. So is the Cold One Knight. As Yembo continues to push forward, Dark Shard's almost going to get peeled away. Skyjunks don't need HP as long as all the range is dead. So if Cathay can kill all the range of the Dark Elves, then the Skyjunks will be invincible in the skies. Though they are running out of ammunition anyway, so I wonder how much it even really matters. As they try and shoot the Sister Singing Doom at point-blank range, somehow manage to miss every shot. But now they're firing from 2 angles. No way they miss. Right? Right? Fire, you heathen. There's 2 of them on top of each other. Now's the perfect time. Oh, okay. You were just waiting for the perfect time. Oh, okay. That's it. That was it. Yeah. Nice 2-for-1 shots. As Yembo continues to fight it out. On the ground, Cathay still has 2 Peasant Horsemen that are busy running things off the map / trying to kill these Bolt Thrower crews. Love that. Dark Elves have a cluster of random infantry and I guess these Cold Ones, but they're so injured. And the only thing that can really fight is Yembo, but if they cluster up around Yembo, they're going to get hit with these rockets. Like this, as it's turning to actually shoot at them. Cold One Knights are coming in. But it's all a bait, bro. It's all a bait. Just as the Cold One Knights hit the blob, the artillery fires, doing a lot of damage to everything in the area, terror routing off some of the stuff, and leaving the Cold One Knights just to fight Yembo on their own. Dark Shard's getting back into range, and the Skyjunk is very, very low on HP. Speaking of low on HP, very dead I was going to say Wood Elves. Witch Elves are pushing off the Peasant Horsemen who just got rid of that Reaper Bolt Thrower. But the Dark Shards are routed yet again. That Skyjunk will stand for now. Yembo is busy chasing everybody off. One Skyjunk is out of ammo. The other Skyjunk has 1 shot left. How will it use its final shot? Looks like it's going to shoot at a weird cluster of guys, so that if any of the missiles go awry, they might hit someone else. They do not manage to. They do enough to rout this Bleak Sword? Yes. And then that Bleak Sword routing should give the nearby allies a routing debuff, so then all these guys will chain rout with Yembo fighting him. There they go. Bum, bum. There they go again. Army losses is going to hit soon, as we only have 2 extremely dead Witch Elves holding the line. And they will do so no longer. Good game, good game. First time I've seen Yembo used in, like, not a cheese context. Crane Gunners did pretty well. Iron Hill Gunners didn't get as much value as I would have thought. Peasant Horsemen did well. Both the Skyjunks did pretty darn well. For Rider of Reaver's Mark, Cold One Knights did well. Bloodwrack Medusa, unfortunately, after the nerfs, it's only good against infantry. And kind of in a kiting aspect, so it's hard to really do anything to the box. Bolt Throwers, 2 of them struggled. 1 did great. Dark Shards did well. GG's. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.